My name is Helene Melo, and I'm the founder, alongside with my husband Mohammed, of this amazing community. We're also the founders of Hikma Home Brand, which make quality products to help seniors avoid home accidents. And you can see I have two daughters. One is Lila, that's 3 years old, and the other one, Dalila, that's 1 year old. And I'm Brazilian. My husband is from Egypt. So I put here the picture when we were watching the Brazilian game of the World Cup. So just to explain a little bit more about how this mission started. So very early in my life, I felt that this is my mission. So when I was a kid, my grandfather, he was very healthy, and then he had a fall in the bathroom while showering, and this was very challenging as a kid to understand that, because for sure every kid loves the grandfather. And and then what happened after the fall, he never stood up again from the bed because he broke the femur bone, and he ended up passing away shortly after that. And for me, this was really challenging to understand that someone healthy as he was could could fall while showering, and this happened. And seeing this as a young kid was very, very impactful in my life. How is this possible? One day my grandfather is strong and playful, and the other day he was on the bed, and then gone forever. So after that, when I was growing up, I started to realize that many of my relatives, they were reaching their 80s and 90 years old. No one reached 100, but I had a lot of relatives that reached past the 90 years old. And I still remember my aunt Emerald. She turned 94 when I was turning 16, and she was really my favorite aunt, and I loved her very much. Aunt Emerald, she has lived in the house since she got married, and was like 50 years living in the same house and had her kids there. And she had been living alone since her husband passed away. She was so attached to that house. No wonder why. It was very beautiful, and all the memories of most part of her life. The house had a garden where she used it to plant vegetables and had some tree of fruits. And I used it to go visit her a couple of times per week because my brother's internship job was in the same street as her house. So my mom and I, we were always driving by to pick him up from the internship. So we stayed with Auntie Emerald and sit with her for many times per week. And Auntie Emerald, she didn't want to live with anyone, and she didn't want anyone to live with her despite her age. Her daughter even wanted Auntie Emerald to go live with her, but she again politely refused. She used it to say, "I still can take care of myself. I need no babysitter." It was very funny. She used it to say that. And what happened with Aunt Emerald, she was feeling less active and was having some loss of balance. And we were all worried that one day we would find her on the floor because of a fall. And her house was not prepared for her loss of balance. And it was a big issue because no one knew where to start to secure the home. It was an old home, and no one knew what to do first. So Auntie Emerald, she added some bars here and there and took care of the floor mats and added some ramps to the stairs. But even then, we were still concerned about her safety. And to bring peace of mind to everyone, my aunt, she asked me one day if I could sleep in her home. So because her daughter was constantly worried about her and want her mom to go live with her, and Auntie Emerald really didn't want, so she asked if I could do this favor for her. And I said that I would love to spend time with her and sleep over. So every day with my mom, we used to go pick up my brother from his job, and my mom dropped me at Auntie Emerald's home with my bag with the pajama and the material to go to the school the next day. And I spent great moments with Aunt Emerald. We used to laugh watching TV together in the evening, and I was usually going to sleep before her. But don't tell that to her daughter, as she doesn't know until today. I was the one supposed to go take care of Auntie Emerald, but in the end, she was the one taking care of me. And now that I'm married and I have two young kids, I decided to pursue my dream in life, which is to bring awareness to the seniors of the hidden dangers of their homes. So, like this, people can have a chance to avoid falls and accidents that might be fatal for them or cause them never to be able to be independent again and, end their life like it happened with my grandfather.